This podcast is part of the Shareable Podcast Network. Learn more at shareable.fm. This is a Shareable mini episode where I ask the guest 10 important, big questions, and they have to answer them as fast as they possibly can. I call it Think Fast. Today on Think Fast, I have Toni McLelland. She is back, and we are going to just do the fast, rapid-fire question thing. Toni, if I haven't explained this to you, here's how it's going to go. I'm going to ask you the question, and what you're trying to do here is answer as quickly as possible so that it's the first thing that pops into your mind, but you can take as much time as you want with the answer. You don't have to give a succinct answer, though hopefully you will, but you have to answer quickly. It's about thinking fast. Are you ready?
No.
Okay, good. What book should everyone listening read next?
Organizational Culture by Edgar Schein.
Okay. What's your favorite podcast? And you can't say Shareable because it's obvious.
Value Through Vulnerability.
Love it. What negative experience in your life are you most happy happened to you?
When I fell on my sword.
When you fell on your sword. Oh my God. I'm going to have to invite you back for that whole episode to talk about that. Okay. Number 4, what is a lesson that you wish that you had learned earlier in life?
Understanding people, that people are different and knowing that they're different.
What is the most important skill of the future?
Intuition. Listening.
Okay. I'll take listening. Okay. What industry or career path do you believe has the most promising future or potential? Career path or industry?
It's definitely something to do with people. Caring about people. Caring profession.
Caring profession, like home care and things like that?
Not necessarily home care, but just anyone in the caring profession. So maybe, I don't know, social worker or someone that has to care in their role.
Got it.
It's everybody really.
Okay, here's a big one. What's one thing that everybody listening to this episode should go and do today? They have to be able to either complete it today or at least start it today.
Find something that makes you laugh. Go and smile.
Good one. If you could have any one superpower, what would it be? And it can't be one you already have, Miss Fairy Dust.
To be invisible.
Interesting. I feel like I know why too. And this question is that might be one of my favorite questions because it reveals so much about people. We'll talk about it. All right. If there was a drug that you could take that could give you an 80% chance of developing a superpower and a 20% chance of developing an incurable terminal disease, would you take it?
Yes.
Risky. I like it. Okay. Final question. This is the big one. This is the snap question. Did you happen to see Avengers Endgame?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to lay out the premise for you really quickly without getting too geeky. So in the Marvel universe, there's something known as the Infinity Gauntlet. There are these 6 stones that if you put them together in this glove and you wear this glove, the mere thought can make anything happen, literally anything in the entire universe. If you snap your fingers, you can make anything happen. In the movie, Thanos uses it to wipe out half of all life in the universe. And then Tony Stark snaps his finger to bring back that life, but it cost him his life to do it because he's just a mere mortal. The question for you is, if I had the Infinity Gauntlet, it's a glove with the Infinity Stones on it, and by you putting it on your hand and snapping your fingers, you could make anything in the entire realm of thought in the universe possible and happen, but it would cost you your life. Would you put it on and snap? And if you did, what would happen after you snap?
Yes, I would. Put it on.
Okay.
And what would happen is that we would have a more caring world that's filled with more love. That would be enough for me.
I love it.
No, nothing dramatic. Just a vision of more love and less hate. So less crime and more hugging and looking out for people, and that'd be good.
Love it. This has been Think Fast with your host, Jeff Gibbard, and with my guest, Toni McLelland. think it was a good idea of you to tune into this episode, because if I could describe it in one word only, I guess I would describe this show as shareable. Wait, don't leave. If you've never listened to my fancy outro, do it just once for me, please. Okay, if you enjoy Shareable and you find it valuable, there's a few ways that you can support the show. One, you can share it on social media, which I strongly encourage. I mean, it's literally the name of the show, Shareable. Two, you can review it on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. And if you're an Overcast user, as many of my listeners are, make sure to click that star button on the episodes that you like. The third way that you can support the show is by blogging about it or discussing it on your own podcast, or even by making a YouTube video where you talk about one of the episodes. And then the final way that you can support the show is by supporting it directly on Patreon. You can find the link in the show notes. Now, before I let you go, I want to tell you about one other thing. You see, Shareable is just one of many projects that I'm working on at any given time. I've got another podcast called Rogue. I do a live streaming show every week called The Heroic Council. I've got a blog where I release a blog post twice a week. And if you're looking to keep up with all sorts of different content that can help you grow and become a superhero in life, I want you to check out jeffgibbard.me. That's where I list all of my current projects and projects that are coming up in the future, including my forthcoming book, The Lovable Leader. It would mean a lot to me if you could go and check out some of the other things I've worked on, because I put just as much of my heart into those projects as I do into Shareable. Thank you so much for being a listener. Thank you for being a supporter, and I hope to see you here on the next episode of Shareable.